Hey guys, welcome to Top 1%. So in this video, I've changed up my camera angle a little bit because I feel I'm right in front of the window, so the lighting is right on my face. That's a better camera angle, I feel. Let me know in the comment section below which camera angle you prefer, this one or the older one. Anyways, let's get right into today's topic, which is how to measure your body fat percentage. And before we get into that particular topic, you need to understand what your body fat percentage is, right? So what is body fat percentage? In simple terms, it is the amount of fat that you have in your body. It's that simple. For example, if you are somebody that weighs 70 kgs at 15% body fat, it means you have 10.5 kgs of fat in your body. I know that sounds like a lot, but yeah, 15% is still fairly lean. That's leaner than most people are. So imagine people that are at 20, 25, 30% body fat, they have a lot more fat than they think that they do, all right? And how much body fat percentage do you have? To know that, I'll put two pictures on your screen so that you can know and get a general idea of what you can expect. And this is a widely misunderstood concept because a lot of people think they are way leaner than they actually are. In reality, you might be about 25% body fat, but you think that you're 10%, 15%. Happens because a friend of mine, he looked like this, he looked like 25% body fat, but he felt that he was 12% and he was upset. Why am I not able to see my abs? Because they say under 13%, 12%, you should be able to see your abs. It's starting to get more and more prominent. So it's really important to understand the basics of what body fat percentage is and what you look like, where you stand at. On a fun side note, the man you see in this picture, his name is Helmut Strubel. He's an Austrian bodybuilder and he's the leanest man to ever exist at 3% body fat. It's mind-blowing how lean he is, and this is the minimum amount of body fat anybody needs to stay alive for basic body functions. And most people would probably die getting to 3% body fat, like some people actually have. Also, women carry about 8 to 10% more body fat compared to men, and that's because they have more adipose tissue in their breasts and their hip area, and that's for reproduction purposes. That's why you can see that a woman at 25% body fat is looking lean, but a guy at 25% body fat, he's looking chubby and a little bit fat. Two people could have the exact same body fat percentage, and one person could look more leaner because he has more muscle mass. The more muscle you carry, the leaner you're going to look. For example, two people at the exact same body fat percentage, one of them is a little more heavier because he has more muscle. The one with the more muscle is going to look leaner because muscle makes you look lean, it makes you look bigger, it just makes your body look like it's in better shape. So that's one factor you need to consider. Two people at the exact same body fat percentage with the exact same muscle mass could look drastically different. How is that possible, you think? Here's why. Body fat distribution, genetics. So let's say one person is at 15% body fat, the other one is at 15% body fat as well. One person stores all his fat in the belly, most of his fat in the belly. He's going to look like he has a big belly, he's going to look fatter. The other person, he has most of his body fat in the lower body. His upper body is going to be considerably leaner. Even though he's at 15%, his abs might look like he's at 10% or 11%. That means if you just take a look at two pictures of both of them shirtless, the person with body fat in the lower body is going to look a lot more leaner. So that's just genetics. Body fat distribution, blame your parents for that one, all right? The best body fat distribution is having even body fat distribution throughout your body, and the worst one is obviously storing all the fat in your upper body around your belly region. And storing fat in the lower body, that's slightly better than the previous one, but all that depends, all right? It's subjective. Where you store body fat percentage, that depends on your genetics. So even if you are at the exact same body fat percentage as the other person, but your body fat is stored in a different place, that can drastically impact how you look. So that's something you need to understand. Explaining further on what I just said, excluding the fact that Mark Wahlberg has a lot more muscle mass than the guy on the right, you can notice that Mark has his body fat stored evenly throughout the body, whereas the guy on the right, it's mostly around his belly. So that makes a big difference. So coming to what your body is made up of, it contains of fat, muscle, bone, water and food volume. That's what makes up for all of your body weight. Now coming to the different methods of measuring your body fat percentage, the first one I want to talk about is using body fat calipers. I have this one over here. This is pretty cheap. You can pick it up for less than 200 rupees on Amazon or anywhere else. And needless to say, it's not very accurate, right? I'll tell you why. So the way it works is it has different readings in as you can see right here, and you need to just pinch your skin at different spots. There's two different methods of measuring it, and that is called the 3-point method and 7-point method. You take out the averages, you get the value, and that's your body fat percentage. I made an Instagram post a long time back explaining body fat percentage and the test and the whole thing, and this is what I got when I took the test. The 7 skin fold measurement said I was at 9.89%. The 3 skin fold measurement told I was at 9.8%. So it says I am single digit body fat percentage under 10%. From the looks of my photos, I'm pretty lean. I'm not fat by any means, but I don't think I'm single digit body fat percentage in this. I'm probably at 12 or 13%. That would be more accurate. So yeah, my point is, this is not really accurate. The more expensive the equipment gets, you'd think the more accurate it gets. That's kind of true, but not really. I'll tell you why. The next equipment I want to talk about is electric impedance method. So the electrical impedance method is usually used in commercial gyms. What you do is you hold on to a metallic rod, or you step on this platform, a metallic platform without your socks on. The principle is that water is a conductor of electricity, whereas fat is not. So it differentiates the mass in your body that conducts electricity and the mass in your body that doesn't conduct electricity. So that's pretty simple. That's how it finds out how much body fat percentage you have. And yes, it may be a little more accurate compared to the caliper method, because the caliper method is more prone to human errors. If you don't pinch it in the exact same spot, you don't put the same amount of pressure, you do it at the wrong angle, you can get the wrong measurement. And this method, it's a little less prone to error, but still, even this is not accurate. And the third method, it's really expensive. 99.9% of people can't even afford it. It's called DEXA scan or body pod, wherein they go underwater and they have this huge equipment. A lot of calculations go into it, and it needs to be done at a laboratory. This is what I'm talking about. So needless to say, regardless of the method of body fat percentage testing you use, it's not 100% accurate. It is prone to errors. It could be manual errors, equipment errors. The result is varying based on what time you eat your food, whether you're on empty stomach when you do the testing, or you just had a meal before it, or many other factors, right? So it's not really a good idea to look at body fat percentage as a way to measure progress. That's what I feel. However, relative progress can be a good idea. What I mean is, let's say this month you tracked in your body fat percentage to be 16%, and next month after some dieting and training it dropped down to 14, and after that it dropped down even further. There's a trend you can see over there. The body fat percentage is decreasing, so that possibly means that you're actually making progress, but it's not a definitive way to measure progress. All right, so keep that in your mind. The best way to actually track progress is visual cues. That's important. Even if your body fat percentage is dropping in these tests and you're visually looking worse, it looks like you're gaining more fat, your muscle definition is getting worse, it means you're actually putting on fat regardless of what the tests say. It's just an error in that case. So the best way to track progress is visually. How do your clothes fit? How do you look in the photos? How do you look in the videos? All of that, it matters. How is your performance in the gym? What are your energy levels like? That's a definitive way to track progress. If you're getting better, that's the only way. Are you getting stronger in the gym? Are you looking better? Are you feeling better? If all of that is on track, why the hell does it matter what this number says? It's just a number, the body fat percentage. It really doesn't matter. It shouldn't. Unless you're a pro bodybuilder or some sort of a competitive athlete for whom this might be a definitive way to track progress, why do you want to worry about it? Really, it's not worth it. Alright, now that you watched this video till here, you probably understand what different ranges of body fat percentages look like, where you stand at, and what are the different methods of measuring body fat percentage, and whether you should even bother tracking your body fat percentage or focus on the visual cues and the overall progress, right? So if you got that, everything else is in place. Just eat right, keep training consistently, get proper sleep, and I promise you, you're going to make the best gains of your life. You lose fat, you'll build muscle, and yeah, another pro tip, keep watching my videos. You watch more of my videos, your knowledge gets better. You get more motivated. And what does that mean? Better knowledge, better motivation equals better results. So watching my videos is directly proportional to increase in muscle mass and decrease in body fat percentage. Boom! So that's it for today's video. Hit the thumbs up button, comment down below what content you want me to cover in the future. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and until next time, take care, stay hungry.